right there. I really can't see them.
Hey, did you get a chance to see those little whippersnappers? This is a pollinator plant. It's one of our hydrangeas. It's related to our native one, which is Hydrangea arboescens. This happens to be incredible. This is a proven winner, but it's related to Annabelle, the Annabelle hydrangea. These are smooth hydrangeas. And Annabelle is so named because she was discovered in Anna, Illinois in 1960. And now it's become certainly a standard old favorite in a lot of home gardeners. So what an incredible looking hydrangea. Can you see the size of this monster? Let me lay down in front of it. You see this? This is one plant. This monster must be 10 foot wide in their lawn. This is the perfect habitat for it here because it's got full sun until about 3 o'clock, and then it's got large shade trees out there that give it a protection from that hot blazing late afternoon sun. Look at the diameter of these snowballs. It seems to be this year that I'm noticing a lot of hydrangeas are very prolific in their blossoms. I guess because a lot of these cool nights have enhanced the colors of the blues and the pinks, and plus we've had sufficient moisture on and off until right now. But this is just a beautiful, prolific cultivar, and I wanted you to see it because it's so spectacular. Now, one of the problems we have with these is sometimes they get so heavy they droop. But the way the homeowner prunes is, in February, they just take it back 1/3. This is the hydrangea that blooms on new wood, so you can't make any mistakes pruning this one. No matter how you prune it, it'll still bloom for you. But what they do is only prune 1/3 off, and down inside, you can see lots of old wood inside of there, and that old wood is actually providing support for the plant itself. So that's the benefit of just taking the 1/3 off the top and leaving the old stems inside of there. So that's kind of a nifty tip for keeping them. Now maybe you want to cut them and keep them in your house and dry them. I'm not really experienced at this, but I was just looking it up. You don't cut them when they're actually at their peak, which is obviously right now. You would usually wait more to the end of July to cut them. When you cut them, you remove all the leaves. Take that all off, since I'm really just keeping the heads. And then you're going to insert them in water, and you're going to keep them in a vase in your house and let the plant gradually dry out while it's in the water. Oftentimes we think of drying plants, of inverting them and hanging them upside down and letting them dry, or doing something crazy like putting it in your hot car. But in order to retain the best color in your hydrangeas, you want a slow drying process and let the plant do it on its own. So just leave them in the water vase for three weeks time and let it dry on its own. I wouldn't even recommend you start doing that right now. You need to wait till the end of July or the beginning of August. Even if they're starting to show a little bit of browning, it's kind of hard to figure out the exact time to dry them. But you don't want them too early because they're too moist. You don't want them too late because you'll get browning on them. Some of them on the shrub have already dried out. I don't know if I can grab it in time to show. But here's some that's already got some browning on the tips. So you don't want to wait till it gets to that level because it's not going to be very decorative for using to make wreaths. But the customer has cut them before and made a beautiful fall wreath with them, and they're just gorgeous. So what a wonderful pollinator. Hopefully you've been able to see, actually I think a honeybee just came by here. But they're covered with little soldier beetles and different kinds of flies. Fabulous Hydrangea arboescens. This happens to be Incredible is her name. So cool, I just wanted you to see that. Have fun, gardeners.